Shalom, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, the Wadi Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. These are the days, minutes, hours leading to the return of the one who the world calls Jesus Christ, which his real name is Yahweh Shai. Now, we know that according to the Bible, according to Matthew the 24th chapter on down, and 2nd Ezra the 9th chapter, that not only is there going to be wars and rumors of wars and skirmishes and things like that before the Lord comes, there's also going to be heavy natural disasters. Now, I seen this just now. The death toll rose to 104 in Texas because of this flooding. See, the Heavenly Father is bringing in a whole lot of destruction to a lot of these different places. And a lot of people, because as of right now, you can go to work and go to a store and pick up food. It's easy for a lot of people to say the Heavenly Father and his Son are not real. But as these judgments get undeniable, and these different natural disasters and these different crazy situations, these different shootings, as the Heavenly Father, puts the Spirit upon these crazy things to happen more and more, these people are going to understand that there is a power that judges on the earth. Death toll rises to at least 104 in catastrophic Texas flooding. At least 104 people are dead after catastrophic flooding. A century-old Christian camp for Central Texas on July 4th. A century-old Christian camp for girls, Camp Mystic, confirmed 27 of its campers and counselors are among the dead and missing. Right. Hey, so you got the Heavenly Father doing work. And meanwhile, as that's happening, Chantal, now a tropical depression, raises concerns of flash flooding in North Carolina and Virginia, right? So now North Carolina and Virginia, they're about to get hit. So yeah, you got the Heavenly Father moving in these last days. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 3. Excuse me. Chapter 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And, we're looking towards those things, Obviously, we still live in the world. We all got to work, and we all got to do things to put food on the table. Certain people have kids and houses and, cars and, jobs and things that they're doing. But we still yearn for the Heavenly Father to return, doing my thing and doing my ripping and running. And I was like, damn, how long is this going to be, how it's going to be, because you got to do it. This is what it is. You got to do it. And like it says in Colossians or Corinthians or whatever, put your hand to all your might, like do it to the best of your ability. So you got to do it, but it's like, man, how long, how long until you return? So this is not a thing anymore. But you just got to be patient. That's why the scriptures talk about patience. And, seeing these things, it makes you hope that it's not too much longer. Verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows, right? So you got these different diseases out. You got a lot of people catching COVID and these different sicknesses again. Pestilences, right? People having food insecurity. Not only the lands is not doing well, but people aren't able to eat, because of these rising prices. And earthquakes in diverse places, that goes into these different natural disasters. So, the Lord is doing different things. And one thing that my dad said, he used to ask questions about the end of the world, and then he used to say, your world could end at any moment. You go into jail, or a natural disaster, or anything like that. A tragic situation, your world could end. And we do know that a lot of these different peoples, their world is going to end via the different ways the Lord is going to put them out, but also this entire structure of how things are and who's ruling this society is going to end too. And it's going to be a new society ran by the one who the world calls Jesus Christ, which his real name is Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, and his elect and his nation. Shalom.